Hey there, Bobcats. Welcome to Athlete of the Week. I'm joined this week by Carly Lewis of the Georgia College softball team. Now, Carly's had quite an impressive couple of weeks, having 15 strikeouts as pitcher in the last couple of games and two solo home runs thus far. That's quite an impressive stat for any athlete of your caliber. What are some things that maybe you have done to mentally and physically prepare yourself to meet these impressive stats?
Over the season or preseason, we worked a lot on making sure that our mechanics were correct. Since season has started, we have done a lot of live at bats, which have helped to boost our confidence, and they put us in situations where the uncomfortable situations to where we can become comfortable, which has helped a lot.
So you mentioned working on some of the mechanics. What are some specific mechanics that you've worked on that you believe has helped you and not only you but your team achieve your, I believe, 8-2 winning streak, or excuse me, 8-2 average and 6-game winning streak?
We really focus on doing our job. We try and move our runners when we can. We work on going oppo a lot. We focus on that a lot during practice. And a lot of the time we take extra reps in the cage beforehand and just make sure that we're feeling good about ourselves when we go in up to the plate.
Now, not only you, but I'm seeing your team do a lot of really awesome stuff this year. What are some stuff that you guys have worked on as a team to build that dynamic in order for you two guys to perform at the way you have?
We have a very close-knit team. We do a lot of stuff outside of softball. It just doesn't, our friendships don't end once we cross over the field. We hang out, since we have gotten our locker room, we hang out there a lot. We also, on the weekends, go over to each other's apartments and just hang out, which I think helps building a friendship, which will help on and off the field.
Now, for our Bobcat fans who don't know you that well, what is your major, what's your year, and what first got you interested in playing the game of softball?
I'm a sophomore here. I am an exercise science major. I hope to become an occupational therapist. I started playing softball when I was 6 years old. I played a bunch of different sports. My dad actually played baseball, which got me into softball because I wanted to be active, and that was just the game I fell in love with.
Now, for people who may not be familiar with the game of softball and might have the question to say, is it just sort of the girls' version of baseball? What are some of the major differences that would separate it from baseball, besides the obvious, the ball is bigger?
I think the distance, because we play at such a closer distance and our field is so much smaller. It's mainly that. We also play like a short game. We bunt more. We try and advance runners. We don't just always just hit the long ball.
So, what are some goals that you have, a person have set, and also your team that you guys hope to achieve this season?
Some personal goals I have set. I wanted to lower my walk ratio, which that's a personal goal for me that I need to continue to work on. As a team, we have set that we wanted to go back to conference tournament and perform and win, and then also move on to regionals again. We just really have certain goals for how many games we want to win at home and certain things like that, which will help us keep moving forward for the season.
So you guys will be on the road tomorrow against Lincoln Memorial at 12 and also against Florida Tech at 2:30. How do you see you guys faring against two teams, especially considering the fact that you're not going to have home field advantage?
That's going to be hard. I think we are in a different situation. We haven't been visitors yet. So our coach just said that we need to take care of it earlier and not wait till the last minute. I think we'll be okay, though, when we go on the road, as long as we keep doing our jobs at the plate and taking care of business on defense.
I know a lot of baseball players have some superstitions that they do when they go into games. Some people have, really crazy walk-up songs or some sort of just like exercise. Is there any superstition that you do to sort of psych yourself up for the game and mentally prepare yourself to have the best game possible?
I get nervous a lot, actually, and so I really have to focus on my breathing. My teammates, I drive them crazy because how I act, but that's just what makes me comfortable. Marissa, one of our other pitchers on the team, she talks to me through it, and so does Cass, Cassidy Rice. She also helps me when I'm feeling that way, and it helps just to calm down and make sure that I keep breathing. I also have a thing where I walk back to the edge of the circle, and it just makes me release and be able to move on for the next pitch.
Now, I know you probably love a lot of aspects of the softball game, but if you had to narrow it down to one thing, what would you say is that thing that you're most passionate about when you take the pitcher's mound or when you go up to bat that you just enjoy about the game of softball?
I think being able, I guess, to be in control. That's one thing I like about pitching. I can be in control of how fast the game moves or what goes on. When I go up to bat, I just step in and hope for that everything that I've done has prepared me, and just have confidence going in, and that's just what helps when I hit.
Do you have any role models that you look up to, either in athletics or just in general, that help you sort of become the best softball player you can?
Um, I I think I've always looked up to my dad. He's always been pushing me and everything. Both my parents have. I think I just have looked up to older people that I've played with and seen how they are and wanted to become a college athlete. I looked up to Jenny Finch for a while, especially when I first started pitching, because she was a prominent athlete at the time, playing for the USA team, and just wanting to keep working hard and focusing on doing that.
So as you go throughout college, is playing softball or athletics in general something that you want to do professionally, or is it the physical training that you mentioned? What is it that you see yourself doing as you progress through Georgia College?
As with softball, there's not really a professional career. Only a select few want to do it. I really want to be an occupational therapist, and that's what I see myself doing. I want to be able to work with kids. In order to continue my softball career, I think I want to be a pitching coach when that happens later on down the road, but I mainly want to be an occupational therapist.
Well, we really appreciate you being here, Carly. The Bobcat Georgia softball team is on the road for a while, but the next home game is March 7th which is Saturday at 1 o'clock against Ford Valley State University. And if you want to know anything more about Georgia College athletics, go to gcbobcats.com, and we'll see you next time.